Oh, some things.
I quickly stand up. I'm moving to Tiny. Hey, we're gonna, we're just gonna get going.
Tiny, my food and drinks.
Well, he did earn them.
Due to the advice of Lamont over there, I have repaired the still in record time, making it even more efficient. I desire my proper compensation.
This is getting difficult.
Tiny, he struck a bargain. He's gonna keep to it. Pours you a generous shot of whiskey, sets it in front of you, gives you a plate of gruel and hardtack.
Really? I fixed your 9-year-old still to peak efficiency.
Watch this is like people like walking in listening to him talk. We just have our hands in our like.
It is running better than it has ever done in its entire life, and you give me gruel and a piece of bread.
Does this look like a gourmet restaurant? Did you see a garden around the back?
Maybe they have an oven you can fix. Oh, I'm not helping.
No, shut. I just.
You want real? You want a drink? You come to Big Al's Speakeasy. You want to eat? You go across the street. We got rules around this place.
Across the street? What's across the street?
He gives a
Sbarro's.
restaurant. Barracuda Sam's.
Done! I'll see what they need fixed. I take a shot and I walk out.
I know. As soon as you walk out, you just see me just diving out the door on top of you.
Ah!
Stop being so useful. You're not useful to us. You've never been useful to us. So why are you being useful to these people? Why can't you be as annoying and useless as you always are on every adventure when you are here?
Listen, I'm hungry. I need to fix things in order to get food. Now get the hell off me.
They're gonna make you a slave, you moron.
What?
Are you as stupid as Zap?
I'm standing right there. It's nodding.
They're going. This guy don't let people go once he realizes they're useful.
Oh, that's what Marty was talking about.
Oh, you were told it just to fix it?
I'm sorry. I was so enamored with the fact that I just was able to refix the still in record time that I just, it happens sometimes.
Listen.
But I am hungry, so let me just fix this one more thing.
No. This is what we were going to do. We are going to sneak back to the ship, and we're going to hide you and everyone and make sure no one from this family possibly gets their eyes on you so we don't have to meet that stupid Papa Romano dumb shit, whatever his face is. Fez.
Oh, okay. There's there's a knock on the swinging doors, and no, you guys were outside, weren't you? There's
a big shadow falls over us.
Fez.
Look up and it's actually just the sunshine.
He's got his little his notepad in front of him. It's gotten bigger.
Oh.
Yeah. Who knows how? Don't ask questions in Hollow Earth. He's like, Snipe Hollow wants to meet with you guys.
Great.
Gather up your. You had a little friend and an annoying friend who had been with the Mantis people.
Oh. I lean back against the door and knock. Guys! The Don wants to see us.
Oh, God.
That's
hilarious. There is no dawn. It's always daylight here.
Get out here, you son of a bitch. There's just such a pause. You start cursing outside. Get out here.
I was looking at the bar for a moment. I'm like, just one more for the road. Just one more for the road. And I walk out.
All right. Does he have company? Like, does the Fez have people with him?
It's just Fez.
Fez doesn't need company. What is up with this dude? No one cares. Alright, so Zap is pulling off the rest of his plumage and throwing it away in a trash can, which is actually somebody's shopping cart. Right, so...
Follow me, gentlemen.
Of course.
Following.
It's funny, because it's very...
Is there any chance I can get some food before we...
Nope.
I've been hungry for a few days.
Don't talk. You're just going to brag.
I have to give myself a willpower test.
I have a right to brag. My IQ.
No.
Oh.
Now, if you need some repairs done, I am very good with machines.
Are you serious?
Oh, extremely.
No,
he's not.
He's not.
Breaks everything he touches.
Yeah,
Okay.
he made him smaller.
Actually, if we get enough nails, we'll able to get a transition. I have a feeling I can actually contact an advanced civilization and possibly make contact with the surface world as well.
Hey, I was just wondering before we go see.
He's mad.
There was this fishman that was offering to cut off someone's tongue for 5 gold. I think we could really get the money together if you could just point us in that direction.
Is he still around?
Myrmidon. No. I can't. I cannot arrange business contacts with that pirate.
Myrmidon?
Myrmidon.
Really? I know, part of the ocean. No, it's a ridiculous name. Convention is the hollow word. Anyway, about those repair, like,
Mark off some health levels. as the story. Do not criticize the storyteller's story. In character. It will not save you.
It was a name from the book. I didn't make up that name. So
Myrmidon, that's ridiculous. And also, so is this whole thing about pirates running a town.
And
Why
women,
is- why
women
is-
in control? Ha!
Why did my kidneys just
now
fail?
you've lost a health.
Oh!
An Amazon
Out
appears.
of nowhere, Amazon.
God! Where did she come from?
behind a lamppost.
You know the weird thing? She wasn't trying to hit you. She was just like carrying around like a stick with buckets on the side and just rams you on the side of an accident. It's like the Amazon god was smiling down.
Amazing. All right, so
yeah,
we go.
we're following.
Yeah, so
Sci-fi.
he leads you again through the maze of alleyways and small streets, leading. And again, everything's still made out of ship parts. You see roofs that are made out of sails. You see cannons have been used in some places. They've been dismantled. Other weapons have been used to kind of like make picket fences almost. Mm-hmm. Very civilized in some places. Very suburban, actually, in some places.
I pointed at children's playground made entirely of weapons of war. Very clever.
Exactly. And eventually you're led to a building that has been made from one entire complete ship. Everything else you've been able to see, like multiple doors have been cut into something, but there's just one set of doors. They're very ornately carved, and it's a very long, probably 100-foot long ship that Fez scampers up to, and he knocks at the door. Someone it's kind of shadowy, but someone opens the door, and Fez leans in, and they discuss for a moment, and then the door opens, and Fez says, "If you'll follow me, I'll take you to Saipalo."
All right. Is that what we're doing?
Well, we've come all this way. So as we're walking, I'm just mumbling to you, no matter what, you are not skilled, you're not smart, you cannot brag. Do not brag. We're not bragging, we're useless. We're useless, we're just pirates. Do not do it, don't you do it, don't you dare do it.
You can spend. Excuse me.
No, not two.
All right.
For now.
For now.
Let me see.
Until he starts saying, starts making some scientific inaccuracies.
We'll see that.
Wanted to check that is just your primary attributes. You double it.
Oh, I double it?
Yep.
Okay. So can I reroll?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just reroll. See what happens.
If it's worse, you gotta stick with it.
It's 3.
Okay.
All right, so better.
Is it double -2? I feel like we went.
If it's strictly a tech check that it would only ever use a primary attribute, then it's doubled it.
Oh, as if there's no skill. That,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
so-
if you don't have the skill that I'm asking it for, then it is half of your attribute.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
When you get inside, suddenly the pirate background of this place really comes to the fore. I mean, it's just a treasure trove of
Men
pirates
singing
bounty.
and dancing and swabbing the deck and
It's the village people, really.
plus Johnny Depp.
Nothing wrong with that. But there's these
Learning
ornate
so much.
carpets have been laid on the floor. The gilded mirrors line the walls. There's no pockmarked mirrors here like there were at the bar. This place is nice, and you're led through a couple different hallways. The doors have had to kind of be rejiggered because the ship is now upside down. So the doors had to kind of be moved, and so the architecture is a little weird. The geometry and angles are a little off. But eventually you're led to what was clearly once upon a time the captain's quarters. Only now they've been expanded, so it takes up probably half of what this ship originally was, the length of the ship. It's a giant room. There's this ornate golden throne sitting in the middle of the room. There's been a hole cut in the ceiling / the bottom of the ship that is now it's perfectly letting in light to kind of spotlight the throne. And there's a Italian American man sitting in the throne. He's dressed very nicely. No wear and tear on his pinstriped 3-piece double-breasted suit. He's
Captain Liberace.
he's kind of short. He's very skinny. He's got wavy brown hair, and you can see that his skin is relatively pockmarked. Like he probably had he may have had smallpox at one point. You don't know. He's had smallpox. And
I'm not saying he had smallpox, but
he had smallpox. And there's 2 people flanking the throne. They're standing at attention. They're clearly ready for a fight. One is a very tall, broad-shouldered African-American woman. She's wearing a very stylish dress. It looks like she could have come off the runway in Paris. But she has the large pirate hat, and she has a sword at her hip. The other is a big, hulking man. He's bigger than Tiny back in the bar. Whereas Tiny was fat and big, this guy is muscled and big. He has a shaved head, and he's just glowering at everybody.
Huh.
And Fez steps into the room ahead of you, and he says, Sly Paolo, I present Strauss, the Nazi scientist. The director, Lamont Grover. We've got Zap Kacha and his man Jack.
I just want to point out it's not man Jack. I actually serve all of these guys. I'm past man Jack. It's just kind of,
I don't even care anymore.
yeah, whatever.
Just so that.
Which one do you find more useless?
Lamont, want to take a chance?
no, I prefer to remain useless.
Right. Well.
So the man that is clearly Sly Paolo, he looks up. His you can see once he kind of shifts in place, the light catches on multiple rings that he's wearing on his hands. Mm-hmm. He has a heavy gold chain around his neck. Kind of surprised that he isn't wearing a crown. But instead, he actually isn't.
Because that would be a bit much.
It is. It is. You really you have to look in the mirror before you leave the house in the morning. You remove one accessory. To keep it
You have to waste the crown. Like, not feeling it today.
But one day.
But it keeps of course, the sash.
Amazing.
And he looks up and is like, "So, gentlemen, I hear that you were looking for me. What can Sly Paolo do for you?"
That's not so much for us as it is for our boss,
Oh.
Captain Bloody Bess.
No.
Yeah, well, she's one of them. They're pirates. You may have seen a few around. And
This town was built by pirates.
Well,
they
then.
are a proud people.
They are.
They are a proud people, son.
as is our captain, particularly proud. She's just chock full of pride. Pride coming out of places you don't even know. And
You should speak more respectful of your employees.
I am being
son.
respectful. She's got pride coming out the wazoo. Do I look like I got pride? I don't have any place left to put pride. Anyway, so the point is, she wanted us to find out how to get in touch with you. We did, and then things sort of kept moving, and now we're in touch with you. So if you'll let us go, we'll go and find the captain. And
So you're telling me that you were wasting my time by arranging this meeting?
No. Now you know who we are, and now you know who was looking for you. There we go. Time well used. Time well spent. And the extra time would definitely be a waste, so we'll just get going, let the captain know where she can find you. And,
What is your captain going to want to talk about with Sly Paolo?
do we look like we're trustworthy enough for the captain to tell us?
Probably the entrance fee.
Or that.
Oh, yeah, I've been hearing some people, they were complaining about that. There haven't been too many complaints anymore, have there, boys? There's only 2 people. 2 other people. Something got like 5 laughs.
An echo just bounces.
And the ninjas.
And the ninjas, yeah.
You hear from like the
Hyper
behind the
mob
like
ninjas.
paintings. Did that painting just sneeze? No. God bless you.
And now that we're done, we should head out. And I
slowly turn around.
Hold on. You boys just hold on there 1 second. You hold your horses. Hold your horses.
Okay.
Well, I'm not running, so I just kind of freeze as my back is turned. I'm like,
Zap didn't even turn around yet. He just didn't realize the people were leaving.
The four of you don't have the look of pirates about you.
Not so much, huh?
we're from the top side. We're topsiders.
Who ain't really? I mean, the people that were born down here, they ain't quite right in the head, so...
Oh, tell me about it. We ran into the Amazons. We ran into the
Dragons.
lizard people and dragons. We fought off. What I don't realize is I'm actually bragging about our powers. Like, we kicked the shit out of sirens. Remember the sirens?
Oh, the sirens are terrible. They nearly killed us.
Yeah, and
We survived 2 waterfalls.
There was that waterfall, and we also took care
No,
of
8 men. Don't forget the 8 men. They were chasing us.
and
And the Velociraptor. Oh, the
and then we
Velociraptor.
also
You still
led.
have all that dynamite?
Oh, yes. Here it is.
Remember when we led all that T-Rex right into the Nazi?
Oh,
encampment and they
yes.
just tore it
Killing the Nazis
apart?
was the best day ever.
So technically, we killed a T-Rex and we
Wait.
killed Nazis.
Wait, you broke out of prison from a pirate ship or something, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Negotiated your way up. Pretty smart
And
fellas.
it finally
They're really
ended.
keen.
We're finally here. And hey, I did a great job on that still in the bar, didn't I? That was a fantastic job.
Yeah. Wait, I feel
I'm just like standing a couple feet aside, just looking at all of you like my John. I don't know these people.
So if you boys have had so many adventures, what did you do with... How'd you fall in with this Captain Bess?
No, I didn't. I was made a king.
Oh, really? Your Majesty.
Please. That time has passed. It was a different person. It was a lifetime ago.
Allow me, Angela.
How many points do you
I've
have
been
over
spending
there?
these. I just like
You just gotta let him just pile higher and higher.
10 is where you max out. If you reach 10, you don't get it anymore. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, no problem.
We just, we just found employment where employment was due.
But if you boys have had such fascinating adventures, you're clearly too skilled to be working as messenger boys.
Well, you know what they say: when you start a new line of work, you have to start at the bottom. And
Who says that?
Very.
Hoover.
Listen, Captain. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to. What do I call you exactly? Just Slimalo?
Sly Paolo.
All right, Sly Paolo.
Romano.
Sly Paolo Romano, gentleman, sir. Listen.
I like that. He looks at us and says, "Hey, Fez, write that down. Gentleman, sir."
I am full of ideas, but moving on.
This is like, I have a name, and I've been working for you for 10 years. Mental note, go home, have a drink, and...
Let me tell you a bit of truth, my gentleman, sir. My eventual goal is eventually go up to out of Hollow Earth and show the world my genius by finding the location. And that's why we do these odd jobs. That's why we learn a little bit extra, so that eventually we can find our way.
we need nails.
We also need some nails, so that I can eventually build a transistor in order to contract advanced civilization that may be down here to find a way up.
You're looking for... If you found a way out, do you think there might be a reliable way to get more people to come down?
Well, logically, if there's a way up, there should be a way down.
Like an escalator.
Yes.
Do those exist yet? Sure.
They're hand cranked by orphan children.
Orphan children, the power source of the future.
Because we got a little bit of a capital inflow problem down here. I mean, there's only so many people that can find their way down here, since it seems to be a little bit, randomized about when people can come down.
Yes.
So, what I'm thinking, because I'm an idea man. I'm
I
an
can
idea
see it
man.
within you.
They didn't
We
recognize
share that.
it.
I can see it. We share
They
that.
didn't recognize it.
Yes,
On the
they never
surface.
recognize your genius, do they?
I'm just looking between it. Like at this point, they have like the same like posture, and their eyes are being the same way. Oh my God, we found family. Oh shit, we found family.
If they realized what you were from up top, you would have been a greater man. But no, those little people always talking in your ears.
Look what I done down here.
Yes.
I made this by myself. They
I
weren't.
could see
They
your
just had me in charge of a little rinky-dinky boat up there, and down here, I'm like a king.
No, you are a king.
I am a king.
Your Majesty.
And you know what I see myself is? If I do escape here, I will be one of the geniuses of this era. I see
So-
that future.
I'm gonna strike a deal with you, Sonny.
I'm listening, my king.
I bet I can pay better than this bloody Bess, whatever that broad thinks she's up to, right? I'm gonna pay you better than her.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna give you what you need to make this little transistor.
50 nails?
You're gonna make this transistor for me,
All right.
and when you get back up to the surface, you're gonna make sure that there's a way for them to get back down here. They're
course.
gonna have a direct link. They're gonna have a recommendation to come see Sly Paolo in Shipwreck Bay, right?
Oh God, yeah. If I could get up there, my
So be like a
friends,
vacation mecca.
I will make myself a guy. I will make an elevator to bring people down here. I will create the greatest stairs in creation. I will
Sonny,
bring
you're
millions.
hired.
Sorry.
You're hired.
Fantastic. How's this process going to go?
I can actually tell you what's going to happen is that your new employer is going to take something of great value to you, something you probably couldn't live without, family member, perhaps some property, and is going to hold on to it as collateral to make sure that you don't betray him when you get up to the surface.
Wait, what?
Not my first time at the rodeo.
I look
You
towards.
are too smart for
yeah.
your own good, Sonny.
I look at tenure.
That may well be the first time anyone's ever said those words to him.
I'm just looking at tenure and it's like, what could he have that he could not live without?
I look at Hakeem.
No, I'll be honest. I'll be honest here. I was being 100% truthful.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just so you know.
yeah. There was no bluff check here.
Okay, just want to be sure. It's like, look, this is obviously a king and a businessman. And obviously, I want people down here. If people don't realize that there's Hollow Earth, I don't show them proof, they're not going to believe me.
We had one rule. We had one rule going into here. We told him not to brag, and what he ended up doing.
What are you boys whispering about? I don't like whispering.
We were just wondering. Bloody Ben's going to be so gosh darn disappointed to hear him leaving her crew. It's going to be.
Not sure that
Break her heart. It's downright break her heart. The way she kept looking at him, break her heart.
You know.
I do have that effect on women.
I
Yeah,
thought that she
Especially
hated
that
it.
woman. That shush.
Something about the bald head and the liver spots.
You know. He can do so much. You know, if you're Bloody Ben, she's paid the entrance fee. It'd be a sign of good faith if you would give us, I don't know, someone that seems kind of useless like he was to us, because she's not a scientist looking lady like a gentleman sir like you. Oh God, what's that janitor's name? He was kind of annoying.
Charlie.
Can we maybe by taking him, you could give Bloody Ben as a sign of American economics. Charlie as a
now how
replacement.
am I supposed to be making a profit if I'm giving away my people?
You just became very Italian.
Don't like the looks of you, Sonny.
You make a profit while he is working for you, making your elevator up to the world. Grover here then starts coming up with an idea and
Just looking at
talking
them all
as I stop talking and give you the floor.
No, I'm done. You can keep on going.
There's an awkward silence.
I was, I just thought we needed nails. And money. Things like that.
So, do we shake on it?
What it are you talking about?
We would, we're just, our captain's gonna be so disappointed to hear that she lost one of her men. That we were wondering if we get a replacement.
Disappointment is something that you need to learn to live with in your life. It's what inspires you to make something better of yourself.
Exactly.
I had some disappointments up on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Things
Speak
ain't
it,
always,
brother. Speak it.
Things ain't always been so rosy for Sly Paolo. But there's a reason. There's a reason I got called Sly. There's a reason for it. It's not a new name. I've always been called Sly Paolo.
You gotta hide intelligence until you're ready to strike.
And I found my chance to strike once we landed down here.
He speaks to me.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm not entirely sure what we're talking about. So,
I think we're done here.
what did we do?
Of course, naturally, I'll
we
need
just
a
solved
way
the
to
professor.
travel, of course.
Why do you need a way to travel? You're going to be working on your transistor right here in Shipwreck Bay.
Well, yes, but I need to find the path first as well, don't I?
Well, I thought you were going to make the transistor so that you can contact somebody and they'll be able to help you out there.
Yes.
That is the deal that we have struck, Professor.
That is true,
Ah,
gentlemen, sir. But you must also realize part of my goal here is also to study more of the Hollow Earth and also discover new things about it. Perhaps even an even quicker way to find.
But you are in an economic hub. We're like New York frickin' City down here.
it's
You
like New York City.
You stay here, you work on your little transistor, all sorts of people come through here. Less work on your part to meet all sorts of fascinating people.
Gosh, I'm just filled with questions. Like, what if he can't get his transistor up and running?
The professor wouldn't have been making promises if he can't get the transistor up and running.
Because then you'd probably have to,
Gentlemen, don't put those things into words. It's understood. We've got a gentleman's agreement here, don't we, gentlemen?
Yeah, we do, apparently.
Suddenly, something dawns on the professor's face. Oh.
Because, I've had people trying to work on transistors. We've had plenty of radios come down here. No one's been able to get a transistor to work. But you, I like your gumption.
Oh. That's great.
There's the Don. There's the Don that I was waiting for. He understands now.
I'll be... It's really
I'm
happy.
looking forward to working with you, Professor.
That's great. That's... Science. Yes.
Well,
I can't wait for the research material that you have for me.
The rest of you are free to, go back to your captain.
great.
That sounds... See, that's
Wait,
just
It's been
great.
good knowing you,
But-
Professor.
but-
Yeah, hey, slap on the back. It's, long goodbyes. I turn away. Just walk away.
But oh boy.
Oh, shouldn't you come grab your things from the cabin first, though?
Yes, I need my scientist tools for science.
Otherwise, you're useless. Totally useless.
Yes.
And I walk out.
Without them, I am useless. I need to grab them from Bloody Bess's ship.
I suppose it's understandable. Hey, Carla, I want you to go with the professor here. You're gonna make sure, you're gonna help him carry his stuff, because this professor, he shouldn't have to carry all his stuff by himself.
Hello. You're so tall.
Who's Carla? She's a woman?
She's the woman that was with you.
What?
Alright, well, Carla, I guess we're moving out? You don't talk much, do you?
She shakes her head.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
then.
go, and
All right.
we'll introduce her to the captain.
Okay.
We're just walking back to the ship, and you could feel my eyes. Just I don't actually look where I'm going. I'm just watching you as if I'm trying to understand how someone with a degree in so many fields, because I know them all now, because you signed them, went into that and promised to train. How do you not show? How do you go in saying "Don't be useful" and get to "I will make you a transistor radio" and build God's elevator to the surface?
Thanks for making the plot for me, Jesus.
It's what I do, apparently.
He didn't fix the plot. He just built you a brand new one
Yep.
from scratch right there.
He is useful.
Yeah,
Franklin Strauss, plot builder.
yeah. We're just walking back towards
the
the.
plot builder.
I can see as we're approaching like the boat, the captain's like, "What happened?" We all look down.
And we sold the professor.
What?
He promised the Sly, which is the guy who runs this now, who's a mobster. We went into the meeting, and I told everybody to be as useless as possible because we heard that any skills that he thinks you have that could help him, he will take. So I figured, don't express how awesome you are. And by the end of the conversation, the professor promised him God's elevator to and throw the surface world.
thought I told you to get rid of him.
Yeah, we tried.
I've been on boats.
Have you now?
Nope.
If you think about it, we have an extra bunk now.
Hey.
He's promised. I don't know what to tell you, sis Lisbon. He promised to make a transistor radio. Like I'm not saying just like promise.
You didn't promise to make me a transistor radio.
You didn't ask.
Did I have to?
Apparently so.
He didn't ask for one. He didn't even
It
ask
came
for
up, okay?
How? Hey, you dumb.
I just look at the giant woman that's moving and just nod and smile.
She nods. She doesn't smile though.
How you doing?
No.
Working?
No.
The one and only word out of her mouth.
It's like, dude, no.
So, he's here to get his things. And, yeah. By the way, Bloody Ben says he's taking your professor.
I mean,
No,
I'm Sly's taking your professor. But the good news, we were able to prove that we were useless.
wasn't
Can't
hard.
imagine. Yeah.
Wasn't
what he
hard
said.
at all.
Yeah, we didn't talk much.
Oh, you talk plenty.
What?
You talk plenty. I'm like, throughout all of this, I've been standing like at least 5 foot away from the rest of the group. I'm just like, no.
Still emanating
No.
hate.
Just
He's just
All
done.
of your plans. You just always go up and smoke. You poor thing.
stop displaying the party. I am now my own party. Even when I'm with them, the party is officially split.
I don't understand, though. Lamont, you seem put out by this stuff. I'd be pretty keen on the idea of getting rid of the professor. Sorry.
It's just, no.
Is there something that I don't know?
Yes, so many things.
Well, look. As it stands, you, I motion towards Bloody Ben, could use this as a way to erase any sort of charge that you would have for docking at the ship.
Well,
Because you just gave your professor away.
Wait, what?
So not only did I have to pay 50 gold, but I also had to get rid of possibly the only person of use.
Wow, him? I look at the ship.
I am fantastic with machines. I did fix the ship that had the hole in it that was sinking.
Really? I'm surprised you didn't mention that as well, Professor.
I really should. Could you write that down for us? Like,
Oh, okay. Listen, Lizzie. It might be mean he's willing to talk to you now that you're taking some of his crew. That might be enough to... I look towards the giant woman with the scowl and the anger and the pirate. It might be enough to get an audience with the gentleman, sir. Talking to the captain, right?
Gentlemen's.
it's his new title now.
Yeah, he gave it to him.
Among the
He
many other
listens to
things.
me.
Well, aren't you generous?
I wish I wasn't, apparently. I wish I wasn't. And I stare up at her. Damn,
She
still
looks
tall.
to Carla and she's like, I want a meeting with this Sly Paolo. I wish to see the professor off in his new employment. And Carla nods. She doesn't have any dog in this fight. And the captain looks to all of you and is like, all right, you, with your new fancy employment, grab your stuff.
All right.
We're all going to go see this gentleman, sir.
I look towards Carla. It's like, man, that creative stuff that he has is just going to be really... We're carrying it, aren't we? Yeah, we're carrying it. Come on. We're carrying it.
But that's why she's here. Oh, sorry. I'm a gentleman.
It's a giant crate of engine parts.
So where did you get the engine parts again?
From
the boat, like a steamboat that we...
I still have no idea what to do with it. But
Oh,
I had
okay.
some
Oh, yeah, we have 2 boats, technically.
We are building steam armor at some point. That is just happening.
Big Daddy it.
Steam
Yeah, man.
machine. Sorry, Doc.
It's okay.
Moving on.
Yeah, I
How-
need an exoskeleton at some point.
Does anyone want to gather anything else from the ship?
My self-respect.
Yeah,
I may have
no.
left it in the bilge.
Yeah, that's actually on the other ship that you're
The
going
one
to
that's-
take
yeah.
to escape.
That's the one, yeah.
The second Zap gets on the ship to like collect things, he's like a kid. He's like, "Wow, look at this! That is really neat. Oh, what? Does this cannon actually fire? Do you climb up these ropes, or do you cut one end and then it sails you into the heavens to fix something?
It's like a 5-year-old
How often do you
boy.
have to unravel the sails? How long does it take to ravel them? Do you know sea shanties? There's a below deck. Hey guys, there's a below deck.
Yeah, isn't it ridiculous that he doesn't have any self-control?
Did you still have possession of Ilsa's diary?
Oh, yeah, I have her diary, but I don't
Yeah.
have her, you gave the compass back.
Yeah, we didn't have the... We didn't get
Yeah.
the
So are you
back.
gathering that too?
Yeah, I'm taking. I had that on me the entire time.
Oh, okay.
It's like been in my pocket. I'm
Okay.
gonna get. Yeah.
I just had remembered. It's like, oh yeah, didn't Ilsa have a diary?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was going to do with that.
I'm taking it.
No, you never say that as a GM. It's like all part
I
of the
immediately
plan.
give it to someone. Find someone to read German.
Yeah, it is all in German, and you guys, none of you know German, unless do you? Zap? Do you have a useful
No, but I
skill?
have so many style points. Well, we'll sit on that for right now.
You cannot use style points to understand German magically.
Damn it.
It could mean I'm Berliner. Something about donuts.
I'm hungry now. Where's a pastry shop? So the professor gathers his giant crate of engine parts that he just has because they're useful, maybe. It could be parts for a transistor, you never know.
You never know. Oh, God, I'm done that.
Lizzie, I say as I'm like carrying it. I just want to point out something else you might have missed. Not only did you pay 50 gold. Hold me up for your side. You lost the professor, but you also lost a full crate of engine parts. This is the place that keeps on giving.
Are you trying to make me to want to hurt you, Jack?
Oh, nope, the crate's doing plenty of that already.
Carla's actually helping with the crate. She's got another corner of it.
Oh, right on.
She's not struggling.
I'm not struggling either.
Zap's trying to remain as stoic as possible.
Well, I'm diseased, so.
Rare tropical disease. It's very contagious. Everyone's going to die now.
All right, so we bring it back.
All right, so you Fez is standing in front of the ship that is Sly Paolo's. Carlo kind of directed everyone back, so you got there without any trouble. It's getting rather late in the day, even though there is no sunset. You've settled into a rhythm, and you guys are all getting kind of exhausted. Even having all sorts of adventures today, and we're drinking a little bit. So you've got that going for you.
I'm from the West. That just empowers us.
It's like spinach.
Lamont,
Yes.
you probably recognize that even though Zap was there for much of the conversation you had with Charlie, he doesn't actually understand why you're so put out.
Good for him.
So he's like, kind of like, what's the matter with him?
Yeah.
Doesn't want to talk, huh? Okay.
He's had some troubling times.
Yeah. I'm brooding. Like, Lamont is just the
I mean-
smallest little brooder.
I mean, he already has to deal with his handicap, but now he has to also deal with the situation.
You're talking.
You're talking.
Someone get a stick. There's a button on his side that you can press. Just shut him up.
There's no button on my side. That's a lot. No,
Don't touch it.
don't. It's
So
very sensitive.
Fez is there. He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that you were going to be bringing your crew with you,
Well,
Professor."
we need to carry the box.
Oh, well, okay. Well, Slap Follow, he's kind of in a meeting, you know. So, I'll show you to the workshop he's got set up for you, huh?
Workshop?
Oh, yeah, well, you said that you were gonna make a transition for him, right?
Transistor.
Oh,
It's transistor.
Transistor.
Yes.
Transistor.
Yes. You should say science properly. Okay.
Science straight.
If I'm gonna have to be forced to be here, we're gonna do science properly.
Hey,
Right.
no one's forced. That sounds an awful lot like slavery talk. There was no forcing of keeping people here. There was a mutually beneficial economic arrangement.
Alright. Let's go. Fez.
Well, it's not actually my name.
It
It's
is
your name.
now, and
Don't
walk
care.
past.
Okay.
Sam.
Are you coming, Fez? I don't know the way.
My name is Sev. Seth.
Not really authorized to allow any of the rest of you in here.
I need them to help set up equipment stuff.
It's true. He's kind of useless without us.
Well, Carla, you make sure that you supervise, right? You're gonna supervise them, right? She nods, and all of you go in.
Yeah, we carry your shit to your new workshop.
Such a tiny man in a fez. He talks way too much.
Yeah, I hate when you meet people that talk too much.
All right.
All right, so put the box down.
You're led to off into the opposite way from where Slipe Hollow's throne room was, and there's actually a whole door in the floorboards that leads you down into another basement. It's not. There's no building down here. It's basically a hole in the ground that has stairs built into it, but otherwise it's just a hole in the dirt.
Oh, of course. This is my workshop.
So,
No, we got one more letter to go.
But it's about 10 by 10 foot space. Smells very much of mold. Definitely not a clean room by any means.
Would it kill them to put in an air freshener? No.
Reminds me of you, Professor.
Ignorance. I don't know how I got into the situation in the first place.
Oh,
I've got a few ideas.
All right. I'm assuming, what's her name again? Carla?
Yep.
Carla's still there? Is that...
She's kind of standing at the door observing.
Well, I guess we set up until we can have a meeting with Sly Malone. Right? Captain Bess?
Yeah, she came with you.
Okay, I guess we should set up until we have a meeting with Sly Malone to speak.
and Sly Paulo.
Sly Paulo.
No, Sly Malone's kind of nice.
Sly Paulo. Gentleman, sir, I think I'll call him. At least I gave him a name.
Well, I take up two pieces of machinery and kind of clang them together.
And kids
Good
play
luck
with
on that.
action figures like, science!
Look at him, Professor. He's doing more science than you.
I mean, what can I... No, what type of ship was it? It was like a speakeasy ship, so like internal combustion engine, all that stuff.
Yeah, it was a modern ship for the time, so yeah, there would have been an internal combustion engine. You've certainly had heard of speakeasy ships, so you know that from the descriptions that have been given, this was probably more like a cruise liner rather than one that like a rum running ship that would have been really like low key and run down. This is probably a more luxurious ship.
How far am I from the engine room?
This is not the ship that they crashed on.
Oh, okay.
No. Actually, let me see your sheet here. Actually, yeah, I'll just tell you. You, Daniel, at least noticed that there was. Pretty sure Charles mentioned it. He mentioned that he had been on Liberty's Libations.
Mm-hmm.
That was the name of the ship that you docked at. The hull that was used for a dock for
All right.
Bess's ship.
Liberty's Libations.
It's a good name.
It sounds familiar. Like out of character.
No, it shouldn't. I made it up.
Like Zap Brannigan made it up.
Hope not.
We're going to get a cease and desist from Liberty Libation LLC.
Didn't mean to, I swear.
What?
Wow.
Well, guess you got to start building. Looking around, not really recognizing there's anything amiss.
I look towards Bloody Ben and... Well, we got you here.
This is where Sly Paolo makes his home.
I guess. I don't know. Apparently,
That's what the professor makes us home now.
yeah.
This did not go as planned. It never does.
We had a
I don't
plan.
know why.
We had a plan.
Oh, I had so many
Took the
plans.
words out of my mouth.
I had a plan once.
Really? What was it?
Brilliant.
Look on the bright side. You're here again, round 2.
I'm 28 by now, I think. But yeah.
Huh.
I guess we don't have much to do. Professor, make us a radio while we wait, please. They're so brilliant, after all.
Well, naturally, I would need actually transistor parts. All I have is engine parts. I mean, until that comes in, I really can't do much.
Wow.
So you lied to him.
I didn't lie to him, but he said he would have transistor parts.
You hear someone at the door up at the top of the stairs, like, "Whoa, whoa, ah, girl, help me up!" Ah! It hears some thunking coming down the stairs, and Fez kind of sprawls out at the bottom. He's got a box full of parts. Look like possibly transistor radio
He reminds
parts.
me of like Gaston's from Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah.
his partner.
Oh my God, yeah.
Who, yeah.
With a fizz.
Le Fez.
The Fez.
Okay.
Well, these are the some radio parts that we've acquired when we've been down here. Fez says after he stands up and brushes himself off. So Slapala wanted you to have them as a show of good faith from the gentleman, sir, now employing you.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Fez.
Great. Doesn't the captain need to see Sly Paulo?
Oh, yeah. Is that why all of you came back?
Yeah.
Well, to help carry things, and yes.
And who's Paulo talking to?
Oh, well, I'm not at liberty to say, really.
We're not at liberty to do a lot of things. We're just having a talk right now.
Well, I really shouldn't.
Well, no, that's fine. Paulo was telling us something interesting, that starting at the bottom is not how you build yourself in this world below. And it's cool that there's some people like yourself, Fez, who's willing to stay at the bottom because you don't want to, put yourself out there by, I thought, just talking. Yeah, it's understandable. I like to stay at the bottom.
I'm just like looking there at all the captain. You seen Elsa lately?
She had things that she needed to do. She had her own contacts to speak with.
Look at this. Any chance Sly Paulo's talking to an old lady, blonde, kind of Nazi?
You keep saying this. We don't really have too many dealings with the Nazis around here.
Blonde
That
and
implies
leggy.
more than zero. Too many implies more than zero.
Yeah, blonde and leggy.
Well, you didn't hear it from me. You got that? We're all on the same page. That you
Right.
have heard nothing from me. You didn't see me after I brought down the radio part.
I don't
right?
even know your name, so sure.
My name is
Fez. Fez, say something. Every time he says, my name is Fez, what are you doing?
It is a lady. She was wearing a hat, though, so I couldn't get a real good look at her hair. But it's a lady, and she does have a pair of legs.
I just looked towards Bloody Ben.
However, did not see any arms, so could have no arms, just legs and hair. We don't know.
If this is too much, it's pretty is, but
Blah 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 blah. Voltron. Blah blah blah. Lightsaber.
Oh, wow.
And the rest of this is just
I gotta use it
really
eventually.
dirty.
But I don't understand if we don't have time to even work on that.
Is weird science something that you get to just use forever, or is it like you specialize in one thing?
I took a specialization in engineering specifically.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah, I mean, I wasted. You did 15 points to put 1 point in engineering, but I'm not sure how the rules work for, so I'm not sure how much time it would take to do.
Why
going
don't
to
you
explain.
look up weird science? I think it's that book.
Thank
If it's
you.
not, then it is the. Oh wait, no, this is the source book.
So,
it's not there.
so Fez, he's meeting with a lady friend?
It's business. It's not a lady friend. He does. Trust me, I recognize those ladies. But he
She's
is
a lady.
He is having a meeting. It is probably of a business type nature because that is what Slapala was down here to do. He is a businessman. He is the consummate businessman.
Oh, did she come in the front?
Yeah.
great. You know what? I'm slapping him on the shoulder, and I'm going to be like, hey, we better get out in front. Hey, can you show me how you do this work? Because it's been really exciting how you really put yourself in a management. I'm talking, and I'm leading him up the stairs. I'm going to just scope out the front with him.
But did you have bluff or con or?
I have gambling. You know what? I want to buy bluff from my skills. You said I've been bluffing left and right. Can I finally buy bluff?
Oh wait, no. Nope. This one.
Somebody books.
Can I finally buy? Yeah. Can I finally buy bluff for one? Since I've been trying the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I believe it's base is 1. No, base is charisma.
Yeah.
2, 1, 3, and it's 1 plus. Cool.
Roll a 1 die to see what your average is for. Okay, so are you boosting your level for the entire scene, or do you just want to buy 1 dice for this round?
I'm gonna boost my level for entire scene.
All right. So you boosted yours by a level for the entire scene, so that should put you at 4.
Oh, okay, so 4. So
yeah, so your average is 2, and that's all you needed.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the
so
average.
yeah, just to so that he doesn't see through.
Yeah. I'm going to be there. I'm not doing anything else, but I'm trying to get him so I can watch the door and see whoever walks through. Yeah.
Okay, so you're up there, Lamont. Are you just brooding downstairs?
I'm just like world hates us. The monster's making a deal with the Nazis. We're stuck in a mad scientist lab. I give up.
The world is done.
Yeah.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Pretty much at this moment, there's not much Lamont can do. He's always like, hey, why?
All right, then I'm gonna wait for David to get back, figure out what he's gonna do.
Roll initiative. What?
No, not yet.
Not yet. But soon.
Yet being the operative word.
I left the room for like a minute and a half. I assumed that the professor had allowed things to escalate to a totally unforeseeable amount of super violence.
All the violence. All of it.
Zap just spaces out for like a minute. Comes to, he's like, "My God, what happened?" It's like everything's
blood
on fire.
coating the walls.
Somebody's like head on a stick.
I don't know.
I don't know how this happened.
You say as you're riding a giant 10-year with claws. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I had a plan.
Tenure, go!
You said you took mechanics under craft.
Yes.
You should be able to use that.
I can use mechanics to build the thing? It's not weird science, it's just...
Craft represents experience and training in a specific profession or trade, covers a wide range of technical and craftsman skills, such as carpentry, blah, blah, blah. Characters with the skill are able to build, repair, or modify items in their chosen craft. So if you can build it...
Yeah, weird science is when you take it a little bit beyond, you make a ray gun.
Yeah, you're making something that's not unheard of.
Okay.
So I think you could...
Especially with tenure being my artifact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since you paid to have that artifact as well.
Okay.
So I would say... yes, you're allowed. Because
Okay.
what level do you have it at?
Base 6. My base is 4 plus level 2 levels, so it's total 6.
So, alright, so you've got it at level...
I have level 2.
Can I see your reading?
I do have an engineering of 3. That will also apply.
Ooh. Is engineering under crafts or it's under science?
Yes.
Let me see.
Science!
Science!
I am the last dragon science.
Wow. Wow.
I got nothing else.
You got the glow.
I
That
got
was nice.
You got the...
Show
If this
enough.
works, I'll be glowing soon. Trust me.
Show enough.
You got the urge to herbal. He likes the
Because there
herbal
is,
in
you
the
are
shower.
allowed to use multiple skills.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use your base of mechanics, and then you add in your engineering. You don't. Just add the skill levels for engineering. It's not the engineering plus the base skill.
Oh, okay.
So it's just if you had 2 levels in engineering, you'd add that on top of your mechanics.
Okay,
roll.
that works.
All right.
All right.
So it's not something that's going to happen immediately.
Okay.
But it's
While
possible
they're
to.
talking?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you
so-
can't do it while they're talking.
All right. No, like when they go to see talk to Sly Malone.
You will certainly be able to get started.
Don't know where you got Malone
I have
from.
no idea.
I mean,
just
it
keeps
rolls off
popping
the
up.
tongue.
I know.
It does. I'm sad
I don't
that
know
I
who
didn't.
this. I mean, Sly Apollo is
It's
a
a great
dude,
name,
but
it's just for-
Sly Malone is a motherfucker. Do not talk to that guy.
Sly Malone was Sly Apollo's boss.
Yes, I've read about him in the news. All right.
Yeah, that's who Sly Malone is. Don't call Sly Apollo Sly Malone because that's disrespectful to the man that made him.
I'm just honoring him by talking to you,
I'm
his
making an army
disciple.
of robots.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys are head off to talk to.
Actually,
Well, I am.
he's going upstairs with Fez. Zap, what are you? Are you staying down below with the brooding midget and the crazy professor, or are you going upstairs?
First of all, it's brooding little person.
But no, I'm not going to stay down there brooding. If they're all going upstairs while the professor does his thing, I'm
Okay.
going with them, yeah.
Well, we've got one person definitely going upstairs. Zap.
I just collect my stuff and throw my satchel over my bag. They're like, well, it looks like you have this under control. And then I kind of like look at the woman in the corner like, see ya. That went well.
Okay.
So where's Bloody Man going?
She's going up. She's going to wait her turn to speak with Sly Paolo.
Alright, so where's everybody standing? Like, I'm trying to make sure I'm near the door so I can see who's there.
All right.
Are you going to attack Fez? He's like half your size.
No!
It's like a really elaborate.
Everyone will fail if you attack Fez.
Now I have the Fez!
Sly Apollo, you just walk in wearing Fez's like bloody Fez. Sly Apollo does not notice.
No, Fez just stares at you. Is like, no, the curse is upon you. It was like, no.
Oh, it's kind of like,
Yeah,
well,
he's laughing. Why is he laughing? I'm free.
And breathes out his soul.
and I think goes on mouth.
Everyone's like, where'd Jack go? Who?
Jack, did you
Hey,
eat
guys.
Fez?
I have always been Fez.
I like making notes and
Is there a jaunty goblin under that Fez? 'Cause you're acting very strange.
All right. This is what the boat looks like. Yay, boat! Don't mock my drawing.
I'm laughing at something completely different that happened when you
What's
showed me
cat?
the
What is it? Cat boss?
Okay, what? Captain Bess. She's standing by the door to the throne room because she's waiting to go talk to Sly Paolo, who's
Where
in
am
there.
I in the Darwin fish?
Darwin fish have tails.
I'm sorry, I'm not open.
Go to hell.
Alright, so,
All right, go to hell.
so where's the door to the throne room? Big,
It-
big and X. Oh. Alright, cool. So she's standing right there.
Yes.
So me trying to have a lookout for Ilsa is probably she was going to see Ilsa if she leaves the door.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. Touche, Captain. I guess I'll be standing out right here with
You can. Do you have style points left?
what?
You guys can affect the story. If you don't want an NPC in a certain place, you can start paying me, and I will potentially move them. I'm not going to get rid of Sly Paolo. He's not going to disappear off the face of the earth. But
Or
I can
is he?
keep paying.
You know
Can
what?
Sly Paolo die so for her to
How about this?
All in. Sly Apollo.
The captain, for one point, is talking to Carla away from the entrance.
Okay.
He's talking to her.
All right.
And if someone wants to help me pay for this, Charlie is cleaning the floor somewhere nearby.
Oh, I like that.
Charlie wouldn't be here.
Oh, okay. For 2 points.
So there's a hallway here, and so Captain and Carla. It's like a waiting room over here. He's got kind of a.
Yeah.
There's some couches and some chairs. There's a pitcher of fresh water. Sly Paolo is nice to his guests.
Okay,
so the captain and Carla. It will be close because they're just
Of course,
offset
yeah.
from the front door.
Then I'll be right here so I'm making sure I see.
So you're kind of chilling out in the hallway?
Yeah.
The main hallway?
Yeah.
Alright. So we've got Jack.
So we can give some.
Style points to effect. If you pay enough, you could say,
Okay,
we
sweet.
also
This
have a cannon laying around. Here's 10 points. And you're
This is sweet. This is like.
So wait, Carla is no longer in the room with me.
no.
No, Carla has left the room.
This reminds me of
You are currently
Fiasco.
down there
Yeah.
by yourself since Grover left as well, right? When everyone else was leaving, you were like, I'm not going to stay here with the professor.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you are alone downstairs.
I will
All right,
start.
I'm gonna start
And I
building.
kind of want to rock. Kind of want to. Yeah. 2 points, and we hear elevated and somewhat angry but controlled voices starting to come from the office.
You hear elevated voices. They're not angry,
Okay.
but they're passionate. There's high emotion, but it's not quite anger.
Okay.
Enough for us
And-
to hear.
That'd be
One
the idea.
is definitely female, and it is accented German.
Told you.
Since he paid for that, can anybody near the doorway make an effort to see what some of them are saying? Because it's loud, passionate voices. Can we try to make a listen check?
Yes, you can.
All right. So who's near the door?
Well, that's not a straight
You
up
know,
perception. It's
I'll,
a straight up perception roll.
I would say so, unless someone actually has I don't think there's a listening skill.
No.
Yeah, just straight up perception.
You know, if somebody had taken a
Right.
talent that was excellent hearing.
Oh yeah, Zap's impulsive. So he's actually.
Only one.
I take one of the engine parts that is still left in my hand, and it's a metal tube, and I put it to the door like a glass, and I listen to it. Oh right, how do these work, guys? Wow, color.
What do you need? How many
Six
dice do you need?
perceptions.
I've got a 4.
All right, so the blue dice it represents
Three.
rolling 3.
This
Okay.
one represents
A
rolling
white-
2, and this one represents rolling 1.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, guys.
And wait a minute, hold on. Since he's using the thing to help him listen, how many dice does that give him?
Oh, and you get 1 extra dice for having the thing.
Neat.
So a white dice.
So, yeah.
Neat. Thank you, guys. This is 3.
Yeah. I have 4. He had 3.
I only had 1.
Okay.
You want to leave notes?
Too much?
I just wanted to make sure that I was reading it correctly.
Anything you want to
Like,
share
what
with
is
the
this-
class,
this is
Mr.
like-
Rodriguez?
Because I have a feeling I know well enough that, like, if they...
Is it like a charming farewell?
No, as in, like, meet me there.
He is jockeying
Oh, okay.
hard for that
Okay.
robot, man. He is playing.
My love.
0110.
Yeah, you can get started on it. We'll have to see what they do to
Okay.
see what happens
Okay,
next, but you
alright.
can definitely get started on it.
Okay.
Ken Beck says he makes a Roomba.
That's if he fails.
Okay.
So,
Just tell me when to
Just on
start.
top of it.
Viva la Roomba!
Okay, so
Yeah.
just tell me when to start, and
Okay.
I'll just be quiet.
Yeah, alright. So he's working away down in his workshop. David, did you roll?
Yes, 3.
3
3 and 4.
and 4. Yep, you both can hear. I'm not going to do a debate between NPCs, especially not two with weird accents. I have limits.
How you doing? I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's not German.
I know.
What's wrong with them?
Nothing.
So she's trying to avoid.
It sounds like. Uh-oh. And the professor now has a new terrible idea.
Okay.
Completely different from what I was
For those of you playing along at home, Jesus actually stopped what he was doing and looked off at the distance and is now stroking his stubble.
Drink.
Ilsa is demanding of Sly Paulo that he honor their agreement, that this is bad business. It is just like an American to go back on his word.
True.
Makes a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Native American walking by says, yeah.
she ain't all bad. Ilsa ain't all bad.
Well, she's all bad, girl.
Keep
What?
the veggie talk to yourself.
I said it to Fez. He's like, what? Shut up, Fez.
And Paulo, in return, is saying that situations change, and she is late, and he can't be expected to wait around forever. When he had no idea whether she was even alive and capable of fulfilling the bargain. They are maddeningly not saying specifically what the bargain was.
So Zap is convinced that she is pregnant with his child.
Fair enough.
Because he used blah, 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 I'm late, blah, blah, blah. That wasn't the agreement. I'm not going to wait around forever. Wow. Huh. And I thought the Mantis people put me in a pickle. Tough luck, buddy.
I just shake my head. Okay. Fez, do you read German?
No. Why would I need to read German?
Do you know who's someone who reads German?
No one that I'd be willing to ask a favor of, I'll tell you that.
Okay. So I just continue. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the conversation. Have you ever seen her come in? I point towards the door. Have you ever seen this woman come in before?
No, actually.
Oh, no? No? Okay. Cool. Cool. I'm just waiting.
Alright. Wait about another 10, 15 minutes and...
I light one of my cigarettes that I want.
Ooh, big spender.
And he just leaning against the wall, just staring at the doorway.
After about 10 more minutes of this, the voices abruptly stop and you hear footsteps coming towards the door.
I kind of do a shuffle, like, should we hide? Should we hide? Should we not hide? Should we hide? Who is this person? Why am I afraid? I've never met this person. Why? You say something.
I'm
The doorknob's turning.
just leaning against the wall.
I just throw myself behind a statue.
You, give me an athletics check.
Alright, so 2. Alright. Average 3+.
Oh, that's fine. You very smoothly get behind you think that you brush up against the statue for a moment. You're like, to make sure it's not going to fall, and somehow, by you freezing, the statue also freezes.
Oh.
It's a maid. You scared the maid. Don't rob me.
Oh gosh.
Only if it gets bad for them. This is like secondary.
For those of you playing along at home, this is Jesus' third letter that he's writing the storyteller. Right in front of her husband.
See, that's what I'm keeping because she laughed. I'm keeping that one. But only if it gets bad for them.
That you are going to have to give me a style point for if and when it happens. I'm not going to make you do it now,
Okay.
but if we get to that point,
Okay.
you will
This is
need
usually
to.
Billy's jam for
I know
for
it is.
storytelling.
I know,
It's
but
usually
this
his
is-
thing where he's just like notes.
No,
This character just
Jack's
gives me
not that
so-
smart. He's just a shooter. So he's just leaning
And I
against the
think
wall
that
smoking.
Daniel's got his new tablet, so I think he's just emailing Angela everything.
Yeah.
This is a 21st century kind of guy.
Kill Professor.
So
I strangle Fez and take his Fez.
Take his power. His fence power.
I eat his heart and gain his
that's
power.
what I do. I
like
take off the
Diablo.
fence helmet and put it on me. She'll never notice. I'm just leaning against the wall smoking.
All right.
Like Hitman, you know.
The door opens. Zap, does the door block you and your statue?
Like the door opens, and so I'm behind the door behind the statue,
Yes.
and it's a statue of a guy about to like a Roman gladiator going to throw a spear, and I'm actually like wrapped around it holding the spear myself. So if you look dead on, I'm nowhere to be seen. But if you come around, I'm like holding on to the statue.
Is the spear carved into the statue, or is it a real spear that could be removed?
It is a real spear.
It could be.
Can be.
Yes.
It is a real spear.
All right. It starts to loosen. Like, oh. All right.
Just in case, because I have a feeling that something might happen here.
Yep. The problem.
Who knows what? So the door opens, and there is Ilsa.
And I'm gonna just look surprised as well. And I'm just gonna be holding my cigarette. Hi, Elsa. Fancy meeting you here. Take another drag of my cigarette.
Indeed.
There's that lovely accent. You weren't using it very often around my sister. My sister know you're here? I say as I'm taking another drag of my cigarette.
Your sister knows that I have dealings here
Excellent.
in Shipwreck Bay.
Excellent. Great. I'll tell her I ran into you as we were both coming to speak to the Pablo.
Is Sly Paolo.
Absolutely. Sly Pablo. Sly. You call him, since you guys are all chummy, you, of course, us Americans, though, always listening in on things. Take another drag of my cigarette.
How much did you hear?
I lean over. Enough.
she jumps.
Enough.
Oh. I see the whole gang is here.
Well, not only just those two.
Trying to hold.
Professor's downstairs, working on something.
Yeah.
Well, it is always good to see you, gentlemen.
Oh, it's a real pleasure, Nazi. Real pleasure.
I am no longer affiliated with the Nazi party.
You keep telling yourself that.
Gathers up her dignity and goose steps out of there. Thank you very much. Talk was on.
Well, if you gentlemen do not need anything, I shall be on my way.
Naturally.
She's going to go to walk past.
She's moving towards the door.
Yes.
And I say, hey, do you think Pablo, you think he reads German?
Why would he have to need to read German?
I found something. I say as I pull like a book out. It looks interesting. That's why I'm here. So we're making a trade. He was really interested when I told him about this. So hope he can. If not, I'm kind of screwed out of this deal. I put it back in my pocket.
That is stolen property, and you will return it.
Oh man, God! You know how respectful us Americans are, though, about property. He seemed pretty. He really wanted me to get this to him. So if you have it was a good day, Fez. I'm gonna. Can I have my meeting now?
You need to roll me some sort of bluff check.
If she sees through my lie, then I will be okay. You're lying. I am.
And you do have to roll.
No, I understand that. Okay.
You're lying. Yes. And also, I hate you. I will shoot you one day.
Someday I would shoot you
It's
so
still
much.
part of the scene where you've got an extra
2.
one. Okay. Like, you haven't spoken to Sly Paolo at all.
Oh well, I'll fix that.
Give me the book.
No. I'm taking this. I'm looking back to Fez. Is it my turn yet?
He's like, well, actually, there's another meeting scheduled, but the person is running a little late, I guess. I mean, checks his watch, which doesn't work. But
I show him my watch.
It just doesn't work.
Cut to a person in an alleyway being mugged by a bunch of mantis people. They're like clagging along. Well, if we're not selling something, we're getting money somehow.
She's stepping closer to Johnny. She's like, you will give me the book, or your sister will not be happy.
Oh man, and I've really made my sister happy the entire time that I've been here.
Yeah, she ain't been happy for months now.
Give me a perception check, Billy. And Lamont, you can give me one too.
2.
Billy sees it because he's closer. She's just reaching for a gun.
Excellent.
All
Yes, plausible deniability. I couldn't stop her.
As soon as is she slowly reaching for it, or is she trying to be sly about it, or?
She's moving back. She's like wearing a blazer, and she's kind of moving back the right side, reaching for something.
I'm stepping behind Fez. And I'm laying a hand on top of him, and she just to see me reaching for my gun behind, like as I'm using Fez. And he's probably like, I don't know about the meetings.
It's really so rude for people to.
Yeah, I hate rude. It's absolutely rude to some people. The nerve of some people to put others ahead of themselves.
I'm gonna roll. This is 3.
That's 2.
2. Okay.
I'm
just gonna roll. What's it called? Perception to see if I notice the tension, because I don't know what's going on with these guys.
Okay, that's fine.
2.
Yeah, you can't see what's going on. You have no idea you don't know that anyone's being taken hostage pretty much at this point.
I'm not hostage. I'm making sure.
Human
he's
shield.
More like a meat shield. than a
Yeah, but it
hostage.
goes up to your friggin' waist.
just stuck behind him.
You would get a +1 for cover. +1 to your defense anyway. Oh, poor Fez.
What am I doing?
Oil
You
monster.
can definitely tell that tensions are very high on the other side of that door.
Okay. I'm going to quietly try to pull the spear out of the grip of the statue.
I'd
this-
say that's dexterity.
Okie dokie.
So
Stealth?
double your dex.
There, you have stealth? Alright, then yeah, use it.
1.
Nope.
Okay.
It's, it's sliding out, but there's...
Can I... Oh, I have to do this post. Pre,
No, I
right?
think you can't...
If
check
it- yeah, if
the
it's
book
a
for spending
post,
style
it's,
points, or do I have it?
Yeah, if it's supposed, I think you
I
can give
got it.
yourself like one more. But, yeah.
Oh, well.
It is pretty loose on when you can spend it. So, style points... spending 113.
Yeah.
Spending bonus dice.
Actually, don't worry about it. I failed the roll. I've only got
Alright.
2 left, and I need to,
Save those for
yeah.
later.
Rainy day. Yeah. So you are getting it free.
Okay.
But you can tell that you're not being stealthy about it.
It catches at some point, and then
It's like-
then Zap forgets he's trying to be quiet and gets mad at it, and so he's just like,
God damn it! Just clink.
Yeah.
Sack.
Ilsa hears this and she turns. And she's like, "Who's back there?" She's Russian.
no one.
Do you want to try to bluff that?
Enough bluff. Zap, MacGuffin doesn't lie? That would be a dishonest act. Sure, he's a career criminal and a thief, but no.
She, Elsa does pull her gun now, but she's aiming it at the door. She's like, "You will come out now."
I guess I pull my gun out. And I'm...
Is this a friend of yours, Jack?
He's the king of the mantis people. Show your respect to the majesty. Yes!
He's like, "You will come out."
Jack, come out, buddy.
Do I hear the clicking of, like, guns being, like, because it's pulpy. Like,
Yes, you have heard
These are-
2 guns click.
Poor dude.
Do her boots have like laces?
Yes.
Okay, she's pretty distracted. Anyway, I can stealth and basically while she's like doing, there's all this Mexican standoff they go and it's like, I'm tiny man, tying your shoelaces together.
Yes, you can.
All right, how much this giving spending one before give you?
I'll
gives you
double
1
check that.
up to 10.
Alright.
You can spend, like, 10 and get 10 bonus dice. Or you can spend 2 and permanently increase a talent level by 1. So if you have a
That's
talent...
what I get for the rest of the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
If she
spend.
catches you, we're both gonna have a midget shield.
Alright, I'm gonna spend 3 of these to get my 3 extra dice because my stealth pool is 2.
That's like that is like a naked gun moment where it's like both have short people like
Alright, so that's 5
covered.
dice total. 2 successes.
You've gotten to her shoes without being noticed.
Alright.
You're going to have to do one more, either stealth or use just your dexterity, and I'll let you double your dex
I'll do
to
that.
actually tie her shoes.
Alright, so just my dexterity, which lets me double my dex. And one more to give me an extra dice, actually. So I need back 5.
I have a plan.
Another 2.
Don't worry, guys.
Her boots are tied together. The 2 of you can give me perception rolls to see if you recognize that her shoes have been tied together.
1.
Neither of you notice.
On the other hand, there was like a dwarf, like, they're not, I mean, she was distracted. He at least should be able to see, like, there's a dwarf going down there. And,
Well, on the other hand, he's also got a
True,
short
true,
person
true.
in front of him, so...
oh, well, I did my part.
Yay.
Okay.
No one ever appreciates the genius of your
Nobody ever
plans.
appreciates pedant genius.
Alright.
I'm gonna say from behind the door, Jack, is everything okay?
We are peachy as one can be with a Nazi in front of him.
I thought I heard guns.
They are drawn, yes.
That's unfortunate. There's one pointing at you.
Yes.
No.
Well, no, it's pointing at you.
Oh. Wait, why?
Because you're speaking and you're behind a door and it's kind of scary.
All right.
What's Fez saying now? I mean,
He's just he now once he was totally oblivious until Zap brought up the guns, and he's just like, oh. And he just like the blood is just drained from his face.
I'm taking this Fez and I'm just kind of lowering it so it covers his eyes. I'm like, don't look, little buddy.
Well then, there's only one thing to do.
He goes to sleep.
Nighttime. Oh.
Don't fall asleep.
No,
So this
no.
is 3?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 6. Right. There's only one thing to do. No, hold on to that. This is a pretty good roll. I'm gonna roll athletics.
Okay.
You want the leader of the Mantis people? You've got him. Ka-cha! I'm gonna shove the entire statue through the door, skinning at both of them.
Okay.
2. Wow, that was my best. Oh, I got 2. Okay.
You got 2. And
No way to make up for it. All right.
Nope.
She's not bad.
You shove the statue. Yeah, it just kind of squeaks across the floor. It's a wooden floor. It should not be able to squeak, but it squeaks.
Come on now. Right.
You just hear from like behind your head, Bliss.
Girl, look at that body. All right.
It'll work out.
Okay, so now my cover is gone. The door is like.
The door had
closed,
the statue squeaked forward and it hit the door just as it's gone like slowly revealing you.
I straighten up and I put the spear down and say, "All right, here I am, the leader of the Mantis people, former leader of the Mantis people." I really have to stop saying that.
Stand by Jackie.
No, you stand right there.
You could do that because you do have 2 pistols.
Yeah, good. You stand over there, damn it. No, I keep my gun on her. You're not the one in charge here, Ilsa.
Neither are you, Jack.
This is the problem with firearms. Too easy to pull out. Too easy to use.
That's what she said.
Somebody else. That's what she. Oh, come on, Ilsa. For God's sakes.
That was Fez.
That's what she said.
All right.
Jokes.
I put up my hands. Why don't we just put the guns away? There's no need for bloodshed.
Why don't you put the spear away?
Because it's mine.
And the gun is mine.
But my spear is not aimed at you. It's aimed at the ceiling.
Don't worry, I got it aimed at her. She takes a fight. If she shoots you dead, I'll shoot her dead.
But I don't want you to shoot anyone dead.
Well, she'll be dead. If she shoots you, you're dead. You'll be dead, but she'll be dead too. It makes sense.
This is an end game problem. There's everyone's dead. It's like the ending of Hamlet.
Well, I'm not dead unless you're going to shove your spear into my throat or something.
Why would I do that? You're my friend. I was
I'm
trying to
not-
help you.
I'm not trying to say.
No, I understand that the plan didn't work.
Shut
You don't
up!
I'm just.
I have to be careful.
It's
with
all
you
right.
two.
You're still my man. We'll talk about this when we get home.
This is the last time that I'm going to ask. Put down the spear, leader of the Mantis people.
Fine. I will. And I'm going to kind of push it over so it drops out of it. I'm going to look pissy at her. Happy. Perfectly good spear.
Alright.
Scratch the floor.
She motions with her fist like, now stand by your friend Jack.
Right? No problem. Standing by Jack. How close are they together?
Which
Her and
they?
Jack?
There's probably about 5 feet between them.
Okay.
And as you start to cross over to stand by Jack, she goes to counter, but her boots are tied together.
Wonder how that happened.
How'd that happen? So she's going to try to make an athletics check to not fall on her face, which she fails. So Ilsa is flailed
The
in.
moment she's on the floor, I'm like climbing on her back, sitting like, sitting on like on her upper back, like, I'm not that big, but I'm heavy enough. It ain't getting up, woman.
Fez is falling on top, like right next to you, like on top of her. Like I'm pushing him forward, and I'm going to like kick her gun out of the way.
All right.
I'm taking her gun, putting it in one of my holsters, and I'm just putting the gun to her head. And I'm like, should we tell the captain that we found Ilsa?
No, she likes Ilsa for some godforsaken reason. Hello, Nazi. And
Jesus, give me the first of your engineering rolls.
Okay.
I'm going to have you make a total of 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is engineering
Okay.
plus your mechanics.
Engineering plus mechanics.
Yeah,
So
just point out.
full engineering and just the skill points for mechanics, right?
Right.
Okay.
Or it's just the levels for mechanics.
Have they heard us? Because they're right here, and we're like right there.
They have not heard you yet.
5.
But, all right, that is a very good first roll.
Mhm.
So you are confident that you will have this made in no time.
Okay. All right then. This will be done.
in the meantime, we're downstairs like, so you were pretty willing to kill people in order people not to read your diary. Boy, you know, my little sister, she used to get pretty upset at me when I read her diary. Never to the point of homicide, let me tell you. So I'm really wondering what interesting things must be in there.
At this point, you hear more boots on heavy boots on the planks, and Captain Bess appears at the halfway point in the hallway, demanding to know what in the Sam hell is going on here.
We call ourselves a Nazi!
Yeehaw!
Huh.
Don't give me that attitude, Jack.
She pulled a gun on me.
Actually, she pulled a gun on me.
Well, she pulled a gun on me, then she heard you, then she aimed it at you.
I was hiding.
He was hiding.
And then I single-handedly subdued her.
That's actually true.
And I don't even have a gun.
Yes, that's actually a really good point. Good job.
Yeah, so he's like, so, I don't know what to tell you. She pulled a gun on me. You're lucky I didn't shoot her, right? She was in there with Pablo talking about a deal that they made, and he was going against it, and she was angry because she was supposed to be here early, but she was late. So this entire point of coming down there was her idea, wasn't it?
No.
Well, she apparently had a meeting with him planned for months, and she was late, and that's why she was meeting with him today.
Why do you think she got passage on my ship? She knew that I was coming to Shipwreck Bay, and she needed to be at Shipwreck Bay. What do they keep talking about here? Mutually beneficial arrangements?
Yeah.
This was one of those. Now put your damn guns away, Jackie.
You know what? Fuck this. I raced by putting my gun at her, and I'm like, no. You know what we're gonna do?
Whoa.
I'm tired of being property. I'm leaving. We are going to get our shit. We're going to take her diary with
Language.
us.
There are women here.
Well, dude, I'm not. I have to have some infinite. I mean,
One of
I'm
them's a
already
Nazi,
pointing
one of
the
them's a
gun
pirate.
Yeah,
Gotta
I mean,
grant me that.
Come on, forget about that.
You
have to see
it's
what-
you know, your work. Your work.
No.
That's
We're
From
leaving.
the doorway behind you now, Sly Paulo has joined the conversation.
Suddenly the door opens behind me. And I use Elsa's gun and I spin around and I'm just aiming at both of them because the doors open up behind me. So,
All right.
so I don't know who it is. As soon as I know it's Pablo, I just think, oh, that was a mistake. But I've just put a gun in at Pablo, and I just realized, well, I'm committed to this decision.
So you want to end another session in jail?
Or
Whoa! Hey! Whoa! I pick up the spear. Is this for sale? This is very nice. We can all put our guns down now. There seems to be some sort of problem with the talking with our
That's
friends.
what I came out here to ask about, because I'm hearing all this commotion, and I know from my associate here that I'm supposed to have another meeting, but it sounds like there's a meeting going on out here.
That's his chest.
It's like, sorry, sir.
Poor-
You don't
Gentlemen, sir.
have to apologize, Fez. It wasn't your fault.
I know.
Jack, are you hiding behind that small man?
No, he's been pushed onto Ilsa
Oh, that's right.
now.
Okay.
And he hasn't moved.
Yeah.
He's not taking any. He's just like kind of, just like
Passive resistance.
yeah,
He's
just like.
All I know, I'm looking at them both. I still have my guns out because I just got it frozen in this place. All I know is I came, have a conversation, and then she drew a gun on me. What am I supposed to do but draw a gun? Am I right? I look around, yeah. Am
You've
I
got
right?
your guns trained on everyone.
Yeah, he's got his guns trained on the two leaders in the room.
Well, one co-leader. I mean, Rels is not the leader yet.
Oh, I thought you had one pulled on your sister.
Oh, yeah, I dropped it back to Elsa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's like, no, I have 3 guns now. Ha!
Mutant hand.
Right.
yeah.
Ilsa's not going anywhere.
Sly Paolo holds his hands. He's like, no, I'm sure if everyone just drops their weapons, we can have a nice conversation with all of the interested parties.
I
That
dropped the,
I'm
wasn't.
sitting right here.
dropped the
I'm
spear
comfortable.
again with a clatter.
He's like, he looks at Edge. He's like, that wasn't really a suggestion.
I see the giant hulking mass of muscle behind him. But like, I'm sure he has.
Yep.
Does he have a gun or something?
He doesn't need a gun.
Ooh, what an idiot!
But,
Not very prepared.
Carla has come out from behind the captain, and she has her sword pulled.
I just look towards Lizzie.
Technically, you're the best armed in this room. You're the one that's drawn a ranged weapon.
Grover, I have thought through a lot of things lately, and they have not come up jack.
I noticed.
Any ideas what to do here? I'm going to slowly put down my gun, right?
If you must. I'm not going anywhere. Nazis, surprisingly comfortable.
I'm going to spin one like Elsa's gun and put it back in my holster. But I am stepping towards Elsa, and I'm just keeping my gun lowered. But I'm aiming at her. And I just want to say it like I said. She pulled the gun on me first. I was just defending myself.
The lady clearly ain't gonna be doing no harm right now, so I suggest, no, I tellin' ya, you should put your other gun away, sonny.
I flip my gun back into my holster.
Alright. Now we are all equals here, and we can have a real conversation. Once the little man gets off of the broad.
I'm not doing it.
Did you hear what I said to him earlier about
Listen,
suggestions?
yeah, I know. But everyone else was armed. I wasn't armed. She pulled the gun on my friends. I subdued her. I won this fight. Therefore, I have the right to keep sitting on her shoulders. That's the way they do it among my people.
I look over and slide follow. Well, he has points. Really?
I did see that documentary.
Sly Paolo looks at him and he's like, hey, Vito, I need you to, move some merchandise. And, big hulking Vito comes out. He grabs you at the, by your collar, and he lifts you up.
Vito, I'm not a fan of you. I gotta tell you that. Yeah, you and me, we're not getting along.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, it's like there's not much more I can do. It's just like
he's
verbally
just
go
hold-
like,
he's
you
not
and I,
putting you
not
down.
friends.
You know, he was moving to put you down until you started saying that you weren't friends. And now he's holding you up in the air.
Sobbing uncontrollably.
Inside. It's
my mom either.
It's like, then I start like, oh, so that's what it looks like from up here.
Ilsa, pulls herself back together. She's shooting daggers at you. And,
Just you stand up and then fall over again.
no, she actually sits up. She unties her boots.
I'm sticking my tongue out at her while she's doing, nah.
Are you 12?
Yes.
That was
You're
his
as
plan.
tall as the 12-year-olds are going to act like.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness. Alright, so everyone's on their feet, and Sly Paolo says, like, now, perhaps all you would like to, join me in my throne room here, and we can have a nice civilized discussion. Hey, where's your professor friend?
He's down in the workshop.
Cut down to the workshop, where a surprisingly impressive construction is underway. It's filling. How large is this thing that you're building? Does it fill most of the room?
It pretty much fills most of the room. It is basically a metallic box with bits of metal plates, and its legs are made of engine parts, which are somehow able to move left and right in various directions. Its fronts are giant claws that stretch out and able to just sucking material. And right in the middle, through a plain glass, you see tenure with plugs inside running on a treadmill. Yes. Yes, it's almost done. It's almost done.
Give me another roll.
All right. 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
It's complete.
Yes. But can I tell what the situation is upstairs, or?
You've heard loud voices. You're kind of at the other end of the ship, and you're underground.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know exactly what's going on upstairs. But on the other hand, you've clearly not been working on making a transistor. So maybe you want to start moving sooner rather than later.
Yes. But do I have a feeling they're in danger?
Well, you probably heard, put down your guns. I don't want to put
okay.
down my guns.
First, you know the
Yes,
rest of
you-
your group. We're
Yes.
probably
Okay. Then I'm going to start. When you tell me, I'm going to be
We
there.
left
when you tell me.
unsupervised.
Let me see your sheet. I want to see what I will make you roll to start navigating.
No. Because it's going to be on autopilot. I want to be up there when it happens. I want to see it happen to him.
Okay, well you'll have to make some sort of
Okay.
roll to set autopilot.
Okay,
then.
no problem.
You're right, guys. I was a little bit behind. Ridiculous. What
the hell is that?
Like I am going to fall for that.
Okay.
Okay.
No, really, there's a... I don't even know what that is, but I'm behind
It's beyond
You have a
description.
0-level skill in drive.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Alright, so it's going to be, oh, but that doesn't actually give you anything. It's just if you were driving, you wouldn't have penalties.
Mhm.
Alright, it's going to be another mechanics and engineering check.
Okay.
And, give me, do the check.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you whether you need to add a style point to
3.
pinpoint. Give me a style point. It will definitely go in the general area that you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Made a
It
murder
will-
bot.
It will now
Murder
surface
Uh-huh.
right where you want it to.
Okay. All right. When I'm ready to show up.
And you can choose an appropriately dramatic moment to
Okay.
rejoin the
Okay,
conversation.
Alright.
so yeah, I put down my guns and
Everyone moves into the throne room. Sly Paolo instructs Carla and Vito to grab some of the chairs from the waiting room so that everyone has plenty of places to sit.
they are really civilized.
They're nice. They're nice. I just feel like we've been very rude.
You really should feel like terrible human beings.
No, at least bad guests.
And of course, Sly Paolo is presiding from his throne, and he looks he likes being the center of attention. He's got this group of people that are all at his mercy, really, and just kind of sitting back. It's kind of like, you know how Captain Kirk will sit in his chair, where he's all like, yeah, I'm a
Captain's
badass.
log.
Yeah, that's how Sly Paolo sits in his throne.
Alright, so we all sit down in chairs. I'm sure we all have to sit down in chairs.
Okay.
Yes, everyone, take a seat.
I take a seat.
I'd love to, but I'm assuming I'm still being held up.
No, you were set down so that Vito could help move
yeah.
chairs.
You
He does the same thing back. Watch
Not
him
as
eat.
comfortable as the Nazi's back, but it will do.
So yeah, I guess I'm sitting. I'm
Yeah,
sitting.
I
I'm
look-
sitting
I look
between
at
these
Elsa's
two,
like,
so I'm not like sitting
provide
next to
honey?
Lizzie.
Now, why don't we go around in a circle, and we can all discuss what we're trying to get out of this situation, huh?
I nod my head once.
And a gentleman that was quick on the trigger. What on earth were you doing, pulling guns inside? That is a danger, you know. You could have hurt somebody. Did you wanna hurt Sly Paolo?
Oh, I will
Is
not.
that what you're doing here?
Nope.
I looked
You
nervously
trying to start
around.
trouble here? You trying to hurt Sly Paolo? Because I don't like that sort of attitude here.
Sly, let me ask you a question. If someone put a bullet in your gut when you were trying to save them, try to kill you, try to sell you to Nazis, they got away. You got away. Have you ever been betrayed, Sly, by to the Fed? One of your goons sold you out.
Well, no, because when I was worrying about the Fed, no one was selling out Sly Paolo, and down here, I am the Fed.
Okay, what about your mentor? Did anybody try to sell him out? Betray him. You dealt with betrayal before, haven't you? Just people trying to take a little bit piece of your pie.
I kind of shake my head a little when you even hint that he would sell out his mentor. I'm like,
No, I'm not hinting. I was like, has anybody ever betrayed your mentor? You know, that stuff. It's like, what would you do if someone betrayed you? Once you
They'd be sleeping with the fishes, right?
Yeah, she shot me. I don't. And then I'm forced to listen to her. I'm sorry. I came here with Bloody Ben. She wanted to have a meeting with you. I'm out there enjoying a cigarette. Ilsa comes out angry. We have some words. And next thing you know, she's pulling her gun out. So I just pull out my gun. I mean, if someone pulls a gun on you, you just don't sit there, right?
Well,
Actually, that's exactly what he did. Because you had a gun on him, and he didn't do anything.
Why are you here to talk sometimes? I heard the door. I thought someone was coming up behind me.
I was invited.
Well, someone was coming up behind you, but you really need to learn to look before you shoot. Or even before you pull a gun, because you might be pulling it on your betters, and sometimes you might be up against a better that ain't as compassionate as I am.
Right. Well, absolutely, gentlemen, sir. But
Sits up a little bit.
but all I'm saying is, Ilsa just decided to pull out her gun in anger, and yeah, I responded. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Now you roll the
Make
ball to somebody
your
else.
driving, your autopilot. Right.
Won't five.
Wait, no, I already made you
Oh,
check
you
that,
did,
didn't I?
yeah.
Anyway, still.
Five.
So it's driving. You can come into the room
Okay.
whenever you'd like.
Okay, I just want
I'm
to
waiting for Ilsa. I want to hear Ilsa's
response.
response.
Okay, if you want to hear
Right. So,
It's not Ilsa's turn yet.
whose turn is it?
You, Mr.
I raised my hand.
What was your name again?
Ka-cha. Out of the window. But
The mantis people are everywhere.
Roaches.
whoa. That
I just saw
is
one like
general estate. That is
That's
racist.
slur.
There's like
racist. That's
there's a 7-foot
well,
tall mantis.
that's your racist joke for this game. Boom. It'll fill my quota.
There's a 7-foot tall mantis stuck just like a thin layer of flypaper on the wall.
That's grotesque. There's civilized people here, Billy. They wouldn't do such a thing.
Right.
My God. Right. This seems to be a big misunderstanding. You see that we are travelers, and I, for one, wish to travel more, and no one wishes to stay here for too long of a time, and so we were concerned for a couple of reasons that the professor may have elevated his skill set beyond a certain reasonable goal, and also we noticed that.
What are you saying about the professor? Are you saying he tried to make me as a fool?
No, I do not think that you are funny nor a clown here to amuse me. I am just concerned that between the professor professing his professorship and the Nazi lady, sorry, I don't actually know your name.
Ilsa.
Elsa. That's a very pretty name, Nazi lady. Having issues with Jack and the guns, I'm concerned as someone who was formerly of the business that you may have too many volatile components here, and perhaps it would be best if we were just on our way so that your business can continue as usual. Zap MacGuffin, second year.
So, you think that there's too many volatile elements around me?
Just that we are travelers. We should probably travel away.
I like the way that you think. You know, I need somebody with a cool head, looking out for my best interest. I mean, I got Vito here, but, Vito doesn't always know when to speak up.
Really? Wow. So you have like an opening right now? Wait a second.
The doors slam open.
Good.
In walking up, almost goose-stepping, the professor.
But you don't
So,
pull a gun now. The
you
door's
just-
just open. Sorry.
Ruining my moment.
Sorry.
No, sure. So, in your genius, you decide to go with this gentleman over here. Really?
Excuse me? What are you trying to say there, Professor?
Professor. I was a professor. Once. So you see, your gentleman Fez, as he is now called. Clever name, by the way. He saw through me like no one else has. He saw the truth. And as my minion, Ilsa also will tell you, even though she'll deny it, I am a Nazi.
I knew it. I knew it all along.
I'm here.
Drink.
I need a drink.
Yeah, I'm pulling. I'm just pulling my phone, just taking it, and I'm offering it.
Yeah, we're all like, we knew it. We knew it all along.
I am here as an emissary for the fatherland. I've come here to Shipwreck Bay as a possible staging point. And I needed, of course, to assess the one that would be called king. That is you, good sir. No, gentleman, sir. A beautiful title. Even more beautiful than the original German. Segrachra.
You see Elsa is kind of like staring at you like this.
Now, as I start goose-stepping around the room. Now, obviously, before you only knew me as a bit of a fool, an arrogant fool, and I believe, well, the best type of men are arrogant. They know their own self-worth. Like you, good sir. Now, I have a possible business proposition if you're interested. In dealing with the fatherland.
I'm always open to, business ideas.
Yes, you see, there are going to be many resources we're going to need when we come down here. And we'll need someone to facilitate it. A sort of person who deals with, exports and imports, I believe is the proper term.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be a position you'd be interested in?
I'm always open to, listening a little more.
Indeed. And how close is the robot?
It's there, but give me a bluff check right now.
Okay, I'm going to spend my last 2 points. And do I get a bonus for using the Nazi reference?
Yes, so you've got a third point if you want to throw it
I'm
in.
going to throw that in
All
there
right.
as well. So, no, 2.
He doesn't look. He's like conflicted because he likes the idea of business, but on the other hand, you sound a little ridiculous. So it looks like he's about to protest or further this discussion at the very least. But instead,
Okay.
what happens now?
Now, good sir, now obviously you're under the impression that I am just lying to you, that I am some sort of fool. I can see it in your face. It's part of the job. I have to make you realize that I am a genius. The only type of genius that can be born from the true and proper German race. Rise! And my giant robot just comes out of the ceiling. Out of the floor, sorry.
Well, it was the ceiling.
Yeah, technically
Once
the
upon
ceiling.
a time.
Okay.
And, so what you just hear this metallic roar, this clanking of gears upon gears, this whine as 2 metallic jaws just start chomping up through the floorboards. Was it directly underneath the throne?
Directly underneath
You're
the
going
throne.
to your robot
Okay,
is going to
right in
eat.
front of the throne. I'm trying to make an impression here.
Oh, all right. This horrific grinding as a giant dirt-eating robot, burrowing robot, appears in the middle of the circle, blocking most of you from Sly Paolo.
Okay.
Sly Paolo, Bess, and Ilsa are on one side of the robot. The rest of you are on the other.
Why?
Yeah,
Why? Why? Don't understand. Why? What is that thing? Do we fight it?
I actually...
Please do not shoot at my giant robot.
I have my guns out, but I'm really torn. Like, you just see confusion of, like... This just became a sci-fi. my life just became a sci-fi.
The robot is continuing to rise from the dirt. There's like massive mounds of dirt appearing on all sides.
Mm-hmm. Now understand, I made this with bits of metal, transistors, and engine parts.
Tony Stark made
Think of what I could be created with the entire army of the fatherland behind it. Would you like to make a business deal, Miss Gentleman? Sa!
He's half buried in dirt right now, actually. There's a lot of panicking and flailing happening behind the robot.
God, I need a deal for professionals. This is just ridiculous.
Should we run?
Carla and Vito are going back to help their employer.
Should we stay?
I guess, are they even listening? You know what? Screw this, Glenn. Let's run.
What about tenure?
Tenure.
Oh my god.
Oh, actually,
Funny.
as soon as I hit the door, I press a button, and on the butt of the robot there's an escape hatch that opens up. Tenure! Initiate plan distraction! All of a sudden, the robot stops, and all of a sudden, like, he sends a signal to the robot. Now, I couldn't actually make it attack properly. It's a little too advanced, so there's a distraction program instead. And all of a sudden...
That wasn't the distraction.
Actually, and then also you start seeing the legs move back and forth.
Oh, no.
As the tenure leaves, you hear, "Hello, my baby! Hello, my baby! Oh, my God! Run! Run!"
It's your voice, like, hello, my baby. Hello, my baby.
I liked him better when he was a Nazi. Run!
What's Elsa and Lisbeth doing?
They're back with Sly Paolo trying to get out from under the. You can hear them. They don't sound hurt or anything, but yeah, they're blocked by the dancing robot and the dirt and the planks that were broken.
Okay, Zap Brannigan just degenerates into total teenage petty theft. As we're running out, he opens up his satchel, just starts throwing china and like silverware, and he picks up the spear and he takes a portrait out the wall. He just figured he's never gonna come back here now. There's a robot and there's dancing and there were Nazis. He's never coming back here.
Unless Grover is okay. Like, I'm going to be the last out. Unless you want to do something, Grover.
No, I'm running for the hills.
I'm running and I'm spinning out towards, and as I grab the door handle, and I'm like, Lizzie! I'm screaming Lizzie to see if she responds.
Jack!
Much like Joe Walker, I'm running out on you right now. I love you very much. And when I die, scatter my ashes. I close the door and I take off my belt and I like wrap it around the thing and I just take off running. I figured that I love my sister, but I figure she's really pissed off at me right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
You know what? I'm sorry. She threw her in with Nazis. I'll try later on, but right now is not the time to try to get my sister's love. Okay. So I'm like booking it down the hall. Oh, I'm also grabbing the statue and I'm pushing it in front of the door.
Give me an athletics check to make sure that you can move it.
What about is 2+?
Nope. Give me a roll.
Oh, I was gonna say 2+. I can roll to see if it's a 3.
Okay, yeah. Roll to see if you get a 3.
3.
All right, you get it in place.
I take the spear.
See, it's heavier than
You
it
took the
looks.
spear already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This was the last plan ever!
This was okay. That's great. So, how are we going to get out of a freaking? As we're just running out, like pushing through the doors. And how are we going to get off an island made of boats?
Oh.
And on that, we fade to black. To be continued next time.
Yay!
Giant robots, adventure, and we made yet another enemy.
What did we learn? What happened?
You guys made it through an entire session without combat.
Yeah, true, technically.
Because the closest was weapons were drawn, but no roll needed to be made for that. Then you tricked her.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, you're the most combat efficient actor.
In this game, yeah.
Like, Jack is literally, like, does not know what to do about his sister. I mean, what he has so far is he has the journal. And Elsa knows he has the journal. His plan is if he can get that deciphered and figure out what the fuck it says, then he can figure out if his sister's in danger or in on this. Because every time he tries to prove that she's a Nazi and a horrible person,
Giant robots are here.
a giant robot appears. And we've pissed off everybody that we ran into.
Yep.
The pirates,
You guys are just terrible
the
negotiators.
sirens.
We also just totally.
It was your fault about the sirens.
Yeah, I did.
You could have negotiated your way out of that.
We just totally dismissed every single plot point that Angela sent our way. The whole thing with Charlie.
Oh, right. Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah,
Hey,
that was
no.
just kind of.
The way I see it is like, the way I see it, it might be a good plan to go get Charlie now,
Yeah.
just because he might know a way off the island.
Well, no, that's why I made friends with Charlie. Sooner or later, we're gonna need somebody who knows his island.
You
and
knew us well
nobody,
enough.
and nobody knows us better than the janitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hopefully, anyway.
Charlie's the only friend that we have, I think.
I don't know if we're at friend status. I think that.
We're his only hope to escape,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
and maybe he's willing to take that chance now that he's 60 in cleaning toilets.
Yes.
So,
He's very
wow.
fancy.
And if it went too far, just tell me. That
That was
Weird.
That was awesome. But the thing is, that was your third plan. What the hell were the other two?
my original
What?
plan was just to dig a hole straight through and even though it says I'll meet you on the ship. Like dig a
Oh,
hole out of the
that's-
ship, yeah.
Like Great Escape style.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty.
So like, if after you, I was what original thing is like you negotiated fine, and you're like, okay, no problem. He'll leave with us. We've got this for the first time, guys. We negotiated out of this.
Then you
There's
realize
gonna
there
be-
was no way we're going to negotiate our way out of this.
I know. I know.
Yep.
As soon as you walked in, it's like, nah, we're good.
Amazing.
So we took off like a bat out of Heine's. I hate Ilsa so much.
She's surprisingly comfortable, though.
Yeah,
I'll say this.
I hate that. My sister, she's always defending Ilsa. Jack's tired of it. Jack's just going to get the hell away.
Yeah, we're going to end up deciphering that diary, and it's just going to be like Ilsa being all girly. It's like, dear
The
diary.
fear her is so cute.
Amazing.
All right.
What are we doing for XP? Do we do XP in this game?
Yes, we do. The end of this, I'm going to give you 4 XP.
Yay.
So I had,
And everyone make a note in the style points box of how many points you had at the end here.
I have 0 because I used everything for the most awesome thing I have ever done in my entire life.
You made a burrowing robot.
Yep.
Burrowing dancing.
And I would have said put to attack, but it would have made no sense for me. Like, it can only do one thing properly.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, it can dig, and then it can easily do a distraction dance.
Yeah, because the program you don't program it to dance. You programmed it to like shift back and forth.
And then just play the recording of,
Yeah.
hello, my baby.
yeah, I need to spend my XP at some point.
the Goombas are
Yeah,
dancing again.
I have 16.
Oh, I have 14. Yep. Oh.
And now a 15 is a skill point.
All right. So are we ready to close out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to close this out?
All right. This is Angela with the Fandible.com role-playing podcast. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Close this out?
All right. This is Angela with the Fandible.com role-playing podcast. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.